I'm not poking a bear. I'm saying that he's a stone. And I've spoken to 2 men he's lived in sales with, who you had with. Curtis. No, I'm not saying allegedly. You're and you know it.
Jaguar Wright has once again thrown Hollywood into chaos. And this time, she's coming straight for Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
I know your type, Curtis. You gonna fall for one of my niggas real soon. See if you figure out which one.
The outspoken singer, known just as much for her jaw-dropping revelations as for her neo-soul past, is now claiming that 50 Cent's tough, womanizing image is a facade, and that the rapper might be hiding a secret that could flip his entire reputation upside down. According to Jaguar, the man who built his brand on being a hyper-masculine street mogul isn't living his truth behind the scenes. And if what she's saying is anywhere near accurate, it could change how fans view one of hip-hop's biggest icons.
Allegedly, you're and you know it.
I'm gonna do my Pierce Morgan and say he's not here to defend himself, so
no,
we're
and neither is his.
For anyone who doesn't already know, Jaguar Wright isn't new to controversy. Once part of the soulful era that birthed artists like Jill Scott and The Roots, she's become more famous in recent years for calling out what she calls the dark politics of the entertainment world. She claims she left the industry when she realized just how deep its secrets go, that billionaires, producers, and executives use control, manipulation, and even sabotage to shape careers and silence anyone who starts telling too much truth.
Couldn't compete with me, and then they couldn't compete with my passion for the truth. The thing that hurts me is I have so many producers that have amazing records that they have been not allowed to release because someone paid for them not to be released. Which is why I walked away the way that I did, because I just wanted them to have a real shot without, you know, when you have a billionaire ex-boyfriend.
And in her latest tirade, she says 50 Cent is one of the industry's biggest pretenders. According to Jaguar, 50's been playing a role his entire career. She accused him of being a closeted gay man who's built his public image by playing the exact opposite, loud, aggressive, and proudly anti-gay at times, which in her words is nothing more than overcompensation.
That I'm dying to know, why do you call 50 curly?
He's not straight, he's a fag, he's gay. You know it, I know it.
She said she's personally aware of at least 2 men the rapper has allegedly been involved with, and she's hinting that she's holding back even more details for now. She also claimed that 50 once had a relationship with Soulja Boy, and that his connections to certain other well-known male figures in the industry might not be as innocent as they appear. Of course, when Jaguar makes a claim, she rarely does it in isolation. She loves connecting the dots. And this time, she reminded her audience that she's not the first person to question 50's alpha male narrative. Hip-hop fans with long memories will recall that Rick Ross, who's had a long-standing feud with 50, once publicly insinuated something similar nearly 2 decades ago. Then there's Spiderlock, a former G-Unit affiliate, who also commented cryptically years back that 50 liked men, and that it was an open secret among those who worked closely with him.
He was on television. There was a Caucasian homosexual man who was interviewing him along with his co-host. He informed him that last time Vivica Fox was present on their show, she indicated that she thought 50 Cent was a homosexual himself. It called 50 Cent to say, "Oh no, because I let her have oral in my anal hole, she thinks I'm gay," which nobody asked him about those activities at all. They were just saying, hey, the lady alluded to the fact that she thinks there might be some things going on. And his explanation was, I love the way she orally has sex in my ass. So I'm not gonna, he told the gay guy, I promise I'll never do it again.
Oh no, because I let her lick my thinks I'm gay.
Even the rapper Smart made waves by claiming in an old interview that 50 took part in so-called industry rituals involving other men, comments that were laughed off at the time, but have since aged a little differently in light of all this new chatter.
On a label playing with my life.
Facts. That's bad. That's real.
That means playing with, okay, because I'm gonna expose, that means playing with your butt. You know what I mean? No, listen, because, no, I'll be honest, look, just saying in general, because I feel like a lot of people, like, I had like 2 record deals, right? Mm-hmm. And
they wanted your butt?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You was with G-Unit.
That's,
look, he ain't smoked nothing, bro.
Hold on.
You ain't blink.
Jesus, okay. I'm sitting back.
Like,
Yo, who with G-Unit wanted your butt, bro?
Listen, hold on, look.
What's his name?
So look,
so
because it's not even funny. I'm keeping it real, right? It's not even.
And then there's Vivica A. Fox. She dated 50 years ago, and their breakup was one of those public celebrity dramas that refuses to die. Back in 2016, she went on television and made a sly comment about 50's masculinity that raised eyebrows everywhere.
What were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, you know, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh. The pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Oh, my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is over.
Wait, Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well, I mean,
At the time, most people assumed she was just taking a cheap shot at her ex. Now, with everything Jaguar's saying, fans are suddenly replaying that clip and wondering if Vivica was trying to subtly warn everyone about what she saw firsthand. But Jaguar didn't stop there. Her allegations took an even deeper and more unexpected turn when Diddy's name came up. She connected 50 to Diddy in ways that make the story sound like a full-blown Hollywood thriller. In her version of events, 50 and Diddy's feud might not be what it seems. She claimed that the two men were much closer than they let on, so close that it allegedly crossed personal boundaries. According to Jaguar, there's a whole freak-off culture in their circle where power, sex, and secrecy all collide, and she suggested that both men were involved in that world.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said.
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
Backing up her claims, she referenced old statements of Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, who's been talking for years about the strange things he witnessed behind closed doors. Gene once said that Diddy bought certain toys for a male rapper he met at a hotel. Jaguar flat out claimed that this mysterious rapper was 50 Cent. Fans immediately linked this to a past interview where 50 himself joked about enjoying certain bedroom experiments. And while that may have been said in humor, it sure didn't help his case once Jaguar reminded everyone of it. Jaguar then accused 50 of using the same manipulation tactics the industry's elites allegedly used to blackmail, secrets, and coercion to climb his way to the top and make sure he stays there. She claims he's mastered the art of distraction, keeping the public busy by trolling his rivals online, starting feuds, and throwing shade, while behind the curtain he's part of the very system he mocks. She even noted something fans have started whispering about themselves, how loud 50 was when he used to make fun of Diddy, yet how oddly quiet he's been now that Diddy is facing federal investigations. In Jaguar's world, that silence isn't random. It's fear. And because no Jaguar Wright rant is complete with a wild final twist, she threw in one more claim for good measure. She said that 50 has been quietly orchestrating shady business involving the upcoming Super Bowl in New Orleans, allegedly trying to stir controversy to prove he's still got power and connections, especially now that Diddy's influence might be slipping. She described it all as part of the same blueprint she believes runs Hollywood, a network of wealthy men trading favors, secrets, and threats in order to keep control of the music world and everyone in it. Now, as with everything Jaguar says, the reaction online has been split right down the middle. Some fans are eating this all up, convinced she's exposing another layer of what's been hidden for years. Others think she's gone too far, accusing her of blending truth with speculation just to keep her name trending. But whether you believe her or not, there's no denying how much noise she's making. Every time she drops one of these truth bombs, old interviews resurface, cryptic quotes start making sense, and the internet begins buzzing with theories. So far, 50 Cent hasn't said a word, and that silence might be the most intriguing part of this whole saga. Normally, this is the man who claps back within hours whenever someone mentions his name, yet here he is, completely quiet, while Jaguar's claims spread like wildfire. That in itself has fans wondering, did she hit a nerve? Or is he just letting the storm pass before he fires back? Whatever the case, Jaguar Wright has managed once again to put the entire industry on edge. In true gossip fashion, this might just be another round of outrageous storytelling, or it could be the start of one of Hollywood's biggest bombshells yet. Either way, the tea is piping hot, the drama's far from over, and everyone is waiting to see who breaks the silence first.